In the summer sale, we have a group of dramatic portraits spanning over 250 years of artistic production and representing over 100 years of collecting in the collection of the Earls of Warwick. The Greville family, which is the family name, came to prominence in the 16th century. In the early 17th century, they were made Lord Brooke and given the castle, Warwick Castle, which was then partially in ruins. The family then set about restoring it, and then in the 18th century they were granted the title the Earls of Warwick, which is a title that was created for them for the fourth time. And it's really the first and second Earls, the second Earl in particular, who's the most important factor in the group of portraits that we'll be selling. The first and most important and most striking of the paintings that we'll be selling is an absolutely extraordinary portrait of Edward Wortley Montagu, painted by George Romney in Venice in 1775. And what you see in here is a combination of an English grand manner style coupled with that of Venetian portrait painting of the 16th century. You see that in the fantastic colours, the broad bravura brushstrokes and the wonderful finish you get on the face. The Huysmans in the collection that we're selling, this portrait, the second Earl of Rochester, is a painting that he'd inherited. John Wilmot, second Earl of Rochester, was one of the most colourful characters at the court of Charles II. Rochester was probably the most important satirist. He was also an important poet of his age. He also owned much more tender portraits, and this wonderful painting by Reynolds of a young schoolboy is an example of that. You get a very Rembrandtesque finish in this painting, a wonderful play of light and dark. What we have also for sale is a wonderful portrait by Jan van HEMESSEN, who was a Northern European artist, but here painting in a very Italianate style. The painting came to the Warwick collection a little bit later, in the 19th century, and had belonged to Prince William of Orange, who later became King William II of the Netherlands, and in absolutely superb condition. Another picture dating from a very similar time is this very strong depiction of a young man in black in front of a very dramatic landscape. And it's a group of portraits which are by an artist who's not yet firmly identified, but has been called, as a name of convenience, Amico Friulano del Dosso, Friulian friend of Dosso Dossi. One day, no doubt, we'll find out who it is, but for now, we can just admire it as a wonderful Renaissance portrait.